Welcome to Deep Dive. My name is Ray Baker, also known as Wondersmith_Ray, and today we're going to talk about Maritime OSINT and how you can make it relevant to your everyday work. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today for another video on Maritime OSINT. One of the things that I hear pretty often is, hey Ray, Maritime sounds super cool, but how do I actually use it in my everyday work? And is there a way to incorporate it into what I do? And the answer is yes. I'm going to tell you a few scenarios where maritime open source intelligence could be helpful to you. First, if you are in an operational intelligence position or corporate reconnaissance, you can use this to look into a company and do research on their supply chain. What this means is, who ships the products? Is there a single point of failure in the process? Does one company provide an integral part in the manufacturing process that if it was delayed or destroyed could be catastrophic for the company? Can you track the container from the source port to the destination port? Do they always take the same path? Do they use the same vessels? Do they use the same shipping company? These are all patterns that would be super relevant to an attacker, and so they're also relevant to us. Next, if you work in law enforcement, financial crimes, investigative journalism, or even counter-proliferation, you can watch vessels for patterns of illegal activity. You can use corporate reconnaissance to determine who owns the ship, who benefits financially from the activity, what contract connections there might be, are there connections between the people and the vessels, and perhaps foreign governments? Where is the cargo going? Where is it coming from? Who is signing for it on the other end? Is the vessel heavier or lighter after it meets with another ship or stops at port? This could indicate that it has lost cargo or gained cargo, possibly illegally. Can we see anything on port cameras or social media? Is anybody talking about these vessels or analyzing them? If you are more on the offensive security side of things, knowing that ships use an automatic identification system or AIS on board, along with all of the industrial control systems that power the ship, like the steering mechanisms, the rudder, the regulations for the water in the hull, things like that that are pretty integral to the functioning of the ship. If messed with, it could cause ships to crash into each other or crash into something else. These technologies can be found in social media posts, in videos, and just enumerated on things like Shodan and Censys. And perhaps this could be used to create like an attack surface analysis or dive into the vulnerabilities on the vessel. If you work in misinformation and disinformation, or misdis, or social media analysis, there is a ton of stuff to be found on vessels around vessel movements, military activities in areas like Taiwan, the Black Sea, and high traffic straits. A lot of misdis and just social media chatter flies around when countries sail through certain areas or do a public relations show of force with their warships to take photographs and sail through a certain area. This is a great use case for analyzing misinformation, even if you don't currently work in the space, but you just want to learn more. It's a perfect use case because you can research the vessels themselves, the people on board, the exercises that they're running, or the geopolitical information surrounding these movements. And if you are doing subject intelligence or the research of human beings, if you think about a ship, most ships have passengers, they have crew, they have owners, and all of these people can be looked into on corporate records or social media. And if you're lucky, you can find full onboard videos of the ship and all of its technology on TikTok and YouTube. Even work as a private investigator is important in maritime because if you are a private investigator near a port that is known for higher rates of smuggling or human trafficking, like maybe the Port of LA, you might be tasked with looking into criminal activity or fraud or business dealings with people and companies around these ports. So as you can see, there are tons of ways to incorporate Maritime OSINT into your everyday work. Sometimes it does take a little bit of effort to look at something from a different perspective and see how you can use maritime in your research. But you're all OSINT analysts, so I'm sure you're used to looking at things from different perspectives, and I'm sure you will have no problem. I'm really excited to hear if any of you are able to work maritime into your analysis, so please be sure to comment below so I can read about your success. That's it for me. My name is Ray Baker, and thanks for deep diving into OSINT with me.